now. Eastern Suburbs have been to kick off. Andrew Farrer's got the ball and driven it back downfield with a high towering kick. Taken by Gary Worth. Worth is midway between his quarter and the halfway. Runs about 8 yards, tackles straight away. We're going to see exactly what Eastern Suburbs are made of this afternoon. How do you see it, Graham Hughes, on the sideline?
I'm expecting a very big performance from Eastern Suburbs. Canterbury Bankstown are without Steve Mortimer. I thought they played exceptionally well against Cronulla, but the big crunch today for this man taking the ball up, Danny Shepherd, I think that's where the game normally against Canterbury Bankstown tends to be won or lost in the forwards. A mistake here early from Huey McGahn, but also a lot of pressure on the two centres.
We had heavy overnight rain here in Sydney, but it hasn't made any difference to the ground. It's absolutely beautiful, although some of the players are finding difficulty keeping their footing. Well, they all let it bounce. Still there and still with Eastern Suburbs. Fallen on by Brendan Hall. And there is a penalty inside the 5 yards. Got up quickly, did Brendan Hall, played it. And that's the way those sort of things go. He was... the Canterbury players took the odds to it. They've been penalised for being inside the 5. The first kick at goal of the match will be taken by David Smith. He'll have to aim this slightly outside the right-hand upright. He is a round-the-corner kicker. The distance is about 4 metres outside the corner. And about 12 metres in from the sideline. Strikes it. And it is away. Brendan Hall. Morris. Tessman. Jarvis the tackler. Spina. Batiste. Running well, wide out there. To Spina. Little kick over the top. Taken by Sandy Campbell. Put out and loses the ball. Out to Brendan Hall. Long cutout pass goes out to French. French has got plenty of pace. He goes about 10 metres before running into defence. Brendan Hall. Back to Worth. Worth likes to score, tries. Worth's going to score! He is! Yes, indeed. Backed up on the inside. Took a pass and went over unopposed. That's a bit of a slap in the eye to Canterbury at the moment. We shall see, but early days, of course. But see it again. They moved the ball quickly to the left. Brendan Hall away to Danny Shepherd. Shepherd got it to Gary Worth, who started running diagonally. He's got the pace to do it. And he stood Potter up the pace. And that is an excellent try to Gary Worth. See it again from head on. McGahn's long pass out to Brendan Hall. He got it to Danny Shepherd. Danny Shepherd got a one-handed pass away. Taken well, and the diagonal run by Worth absolutely did Potter. And then he was able to straighten and go on and score. Graham Hughes.
Excellent start by Eastern Suburbs. I noticed that Mark Bugden was out of the front defensive line. He's carrying an injury. He's now been replaced in the Canterbury side by number 40, Michael Reid, from the reserve grade, but a great start by the Roosters.
OK, well, we've got David Smith, who's got none from 1. Mark Bugden just leaving the field. This kick should not pose any problems. Directly in front. And it makes it 6 points to 0 in favour of Eastern Suburbs over Canterbury at Henson Park. And was an easy mark for the defence. Farrer running from dummy half, trying to make the break in that area. Muller runs from dummy half. Gains a few more metres. Folks. Peter Tucks. Back on the inside, it went to Langmack. Folks, 7 metres out from the line, and now the last tackle coming. Muller. And that's a try. Simply done. Stephen Sandy Campbell was able to come up the sideline and come on the end of a Peter Tuck scrubber kick that was put through. And that is a great pity for Eastern Suburbs, but nonetheless, it was well done It all happened so simply. The defence was just caught napping totally. Let's see it again from the up elevated shot. There's the kick. There's the defence. Non-event. And right in the end goal area, in the junction of the corner, that's where he fell on it. Slippery Morris was unable to foot it to get there in time. So that's the way that try came about. I'm a bit surprised at the Eastern Suburbs defence not being anywhere around about on that occasion. Moving in now. Well, he did everything that was asked of him there, except the ball didn't curl around from right to left. So it remains Eastern Suburbs 6, Canterbury 4. Danny Shepherd is a look-alike for the Canterbury Bankstown player Paul Dunn, who was formerly with Eastern Suburbs. Gilmeister got a one-handed pass away, and that will be the end of the section as the hooter goes in the background. So try to Eastern Suburbs, going to Gary Worth. The goal to David Smith, 1 from 2 he's had. Canterbury's tries to Sandy Campbell. Danny Shepherd runs up hard, got to within about 8 metres of the quarter. Trevor Gilmeister getting slowly to his feet. And there's a penalty. A penalty against Stephen Folkes. Or Paul Lang. Yes, I think it might be Paul Langmack, who was, I think, discussing that with the referee, but the penalty has gone to Eastern Suburbs. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moves in now, and it's successful. Right out of the back of the ground, so the Eastern Suburbs side have come up with a score that leads 8 points to 4. Muller runs from dummy half. Nearly broken in two with a tackle there by Truella. Tunks driven hard towards the ground. Muller. Alchin. Lamb. Last tackle. Well, there was a trip in there, according to the referee. Let's see that again. Well, I could see the leg go out, but I couldn't see who was responsible for it. It was one of the Eastern Suburbs forwards. We'll see it again from another angle. Moving in now. He makes it. So that's back with a status quo once again. It's Eastern Suburbs 8, Canterbury 6. Well, Danny Shepherd there, running very well. Spina works the other side of the ruck onto Hugh McGann. Streams through. Gets a pass away to Spina. Spina's tackled only about 4 metres short. Truella. McGann. Brendan Hall. Tessman. About 3 metres short now. Gets to his feet. Penalty. 10 minutes in the sin bin. Moves in, and it's successful. So the score then is now Eastern Suburbs 10, Canterbury 6. To put this scrum down about 1 metre or 5 metres out from the Eastern Suburbs line. Laurie Spin. That's one against the feed, 2. It's the second against the feed to Muller. Langmack, Muller, Pat Jarvis, pounding the line. Muller, away to Potter. Potter gets a kick through, and he's in. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. absolutely brilliant. The great little kick around the side. And see it again on the State Bank replay. The ball had been fumbled by Muller. And there he goes. He gets a little kick through between the legs there of Smith and picks it up on the run and's over from head on. Muller had to make a meal of that. He didn't get it in the first attempt. Around came Potter. Potter puts the little grubber kick through. It's gone beautifully and picks it up and scores the try. He does. So Canterbury now lead Eastern Suburbs by 12-10. And it's the third one that against the scrum, against the feed to Muller. Astonishing performance, and there's been a knock-on. No, there's been a tackling of the player, the holding of the player, so... Well, we didn't see it indicated clearly on the State Bank replay there, but it's going to be worth probable 2 points to Canterbury Bankstown. Well, there's Jason Bulchin in the trank. Yes, coming back right now. So there's Terry Lamb getting another goal. So with 19 and a half minutes to go, Eastern Suburbs trail Canterbury by 10 points to 14. Morris, again, didn't like that inside pass there. He had people sweating on it. Straight into the gap goes Mackay. Mackay to French. French is running beautifully. Steps. Oh, there's a certain try. It's a try still. It's a try still. Glenn Frendo didn't knock the ball dead. We'll see that again on the replay. But Mackay, the replacement forward that came on, John Mackay, slipped the ball to French. French took it one-handed. Had his pass knocked down by Frendo. There it was. Now let's see if we can see. Well, yes. Strikes it. It is there. And the place erupts. It is absolutely bedlam here at Henson Park as the supporters of Eastern Suburbs give themselves a chance of winning this game once again. On to Hardy. Hardy trying to weave his way through, and there it is. There's the buzzer, and there's a major upset. Eastern Suburbs 16 have defeated Canterbury Bankstown 14. The try scorers for Eastern Suburbs have been Worth and Chalice, and Smith has kicked 4 goals from 5 attempts.
This has been a Fox Sports production.